Hi, my name is Dennis, and I was a student under Sapneil's tutoring services. So originally, I came to Dr. Sapneil for SAT and ACT tutoring sessions, and then later on, I was introduced to the college application preparation program, which basically provided services such as editing my college essays and just general help with the application process itself. And I loved my experience there. All the tutors were very friendly and very knowledgeable about the SAT. They were very patient as well. And what I did love the most was that they provided mock SAT and ACT sessions every couple of weeks. So basically you would go in, take the test just like you would if it was a real SAT, timed and everything. And at the end, they even give you a projected score that you would have gotten if it were a real SAT or ACT. So as per score improvements, on my PSAT, I got a 1260, and then I started with Dr. Sapneil and got 1300 on my first SAT. And then a week later, I had another SAT, and I focused a lot more during that week on studying, and I increased my points by 70. So I ended up getting a 1370, and that's the score I ended up submitting to most of my colleges. And some schools that I did get into were Johns Hopkins University, University of Florida, Boston University, Northwestern University, University of Miami, and Emory University. And I ended up committing to Johns Hopkins. So, in my opinion, to get the most out of this service, I highly recommend you do take these mock practice SAT tests, because it does get you a real feel for what theoretically you would have gotten and kind of things you should work on, because it also tells you the exact questions that you got it wrong in. So I highly recommend you take advantage of that. And I also recommend you schedule at least one tutoring session per week to make sure you keep a steady pace of studying. And yeah, highly recommend Dr. Sapneil's tutoring services.